Houston Coliseum. And one of the reasons we have a sellout crowd here tonight is this match you're about to see. For the North American Heavyweight title, 60-minute time limit. And it should be a great one. Jake the Snake is a man who can upend the champion. The bell sounds and this North American Heavyweight Championship match is underway. A sellout crowd of 10,000 strong here in the Coliseum. A turnaway crowd. And Jake the Snake Roberts will be battling the controversial, the arrogant North American Heavyweight Champion, Dick Slater. The belt is on the line. Your referee for this match is Tommy Gilbert. My name is Peter Burkholz, and this should be a great showdown. Remember, Jake the Snake is a man with the DDT, the man who has captured the hearts of Houston wrestling fans as well as Mid-South wrestling fans. And Dick Slater, we've warned you of his reputation. He's arrogant, but he is tough, and he's good enough to be the North American Heavyweight Champion. But that may change during this match. Crushed and slammed by the Snake. Jake the Snake is a big wrestler, and he moves quick. Dickie Slater is a type champion that can wrestle you both ways. He can mix it up with you if you want to do it roughhouse style, or he can out-wrestle you if you want to get down to basic wrestling. That's one reason he's going to be a tough champion to beat. And that's Dark Journey, the woman, excuse me. It's hard to take a look at Dark Journey and get confused, and that was my mistake. Dark Journey, she's a woman, and she's the one that goes to the corner of Dick Slater. She's just as controversial as Dick Slater. But up in the ring, we've got a give and take, and you see who's doing the giving and who's doing the taking. Jake the Snake went for it. He went for the DDT, and we almost had the match. We almost had a new North American champion. Look at Dick Slater. He knows it. You can bet that heart of his is pounding. DDT, DDT, echoes throughout this sold-out Coliseum, 10,000 strong. We want to thank you, Houston, for again supporting us on this fan appreciation night. And as Jake goes for the DDT again, Slater just a little bit too quick. DDT is that maneuver that Jake the Snake uses when he drives his opponent's head and face right into the mat with the force of both men's weight and then some. And when he lands a DDT, they don't come back for a long, long time. Jake the Snake is a man who people point to just one split second, and he can beat the North American Heavyweight Champion. In one split second, he could beat world champion Ric Flair. And as Jake the Snake now, Tom Twist, wraps up that left arm of the champion. I'd like to take this opportunity to remind you that Houston Wrestling does return to the Sam Houston Coliseum next Friday night. That's correct. That's only 7 days away. Next Friday night, 8 p.m. A huge, tremendous card that you're going to hear about during this program. Stay tuned for the full 2 hours because we've got plenty of wrestling action. Plus exciting news as Mid-South and promoter Paul Bosch have teamed together again with a tremendous card for you wrestling fans here in the city of Houston next Friday night right at the Sam Houston Coliseum. Good shot at Dark Journey as she's shown some concern, and she should because she knows the reputation and the capability of the DDT when administered by Snake. Again, he puts that driving knee into the shoulder of Slater. And now as there's a conversation going on before Dark Journey and Jake the Snake, Jake better be careful because that's how Dark Journey earns her keep sometimes, is to be able to distract Slater's opponents. And that vicious chop, one right after another. Jake holding on, but now he comes back. Again, it's a give and take. Again, it's Slater who ends up taking and up and over the top rope. An atomic drop sets him over the top rope. Slater immediately wants a disqualification. Dark Journey is claiming the same protest, and Jake the Snake has slithered outside as he wants to deny Slater any chance of wrestling outside the ring. Snake aims with a knee and he lands. Beautiful, the way he drove that knee into the kisser of this champion. DDT, 1,000 strong. Jake the Snake's Army standing on their feet, chanting. There we see posters in the side. 5 minutes have gone by in this North American Heavyweight title match between champion Dick Slater, who you see on your screen right now, and the challenger, the man with the DDT, Jake the Snake Roberts. A sold-out Coliseum, 10,000 strong, and one of the matches they came to see is the one you're watching right here. Jake looking out to the crowd. We see signs. We see his huge army signaling Jake #1 with the fingers pointing, signifying that in their hearts he's #1. They will love it if Jake the Snake can pull the upset and defeat Dick Slater for the North American Heavyweight title match. It's a one fall with a 60-minute time limit. And as Slater and Jake are maneuvering for position, Slater threw it in there. But look how quick Jake comes back, and he's caught by Gilbert. The referee trying to break him up. And Slater, with his years of ring experience, saw that opening, and he took full advantage of it. Slater pounds him with that fist of his. The referee warns him, but Slater is beyond the point of being warned. Slater knows he's going to have to battle for his life to hold on to that precious belt. One of the most prestigious belts in all of professional wrestling. 2, but no 3. Slater now covers him up. 2, and a good shot. As you saw, Snake down to the mat. Now the chant, go Snake, go. Go Snake, go. Go Snake, go. These fans love Jake the Snake Roberts. They don't like Dick Slater, so you can see that it's a partisan crowd that's pulling for the Snake. Outside the ring, Slater looks like he's aiming. And he does. He comes across that boot before Jake can get into the ring. As we're seeing one demonstration after another of Slater's controversial style. He takes advantage of every rule and regulation and takes advantage of the referee pushing him inch by inch. And if you give him an inch, he takes a mile. But he's up there as the North American champion, as he plans to be there for a long time because that's the status of a kingpin. But one of the problems of being a kingpin is that then everybody goes shooting for you. That's Jake, stretched across the metal ring barricade here at the Coliseum. Referee starts diminishing the count. Remember, the wrestler gets a 20 count. When he's on the floor, when he's on the ring apron, he only gets a 10 count. Slater now using the Snake as a punching bag. Left jab, left jab. Now with a solid right. And Slater once again tries, he's using the rope. We saw it as it's Gilbert now, the referee, asked Slater about it. As Dick Slater's trying to find every advantage he can. Now as Jake sets him up, Slater bursted as he whipped Jake the Snake down to the mat. We've got Slater on top. We've got 2, but no 3. You can see some of Slater's quickness, but Jake's nickname, the Snake, one reason is the way he slithers around the ring, but he also has a way of striking very quickly. Pile driver. Look at the way Slater's got him as he hangs and drives him into the mat. Slater's got 1, got 2, and almost. Jake the Snake has got his foot over the rope. And that's what keeps this match alive. Slater now up on the top turnbuckle. He went to land on the Snake. The Snake was waiting with that clothesline, and you can see the effect. Slater's down. Again, Jake's army starts to come alive. He shows the knee, and then he gets, oh, whoa! Did you see him go up in the air? And what makes it double tough is his feet caught the top rope, and he landed on his head, as we are 10 minutes deep in this North American Heavyweight title match between champion Dick Slater and Jake the Snake Roberts. A sellout crowd in the Coliseum has seen 10 minutes of hard-fought action. And Slater now whips on the sleep hold. So Jake now trying to fight off the effects of that landing on his head, now trying to find a way out of that sleep hold. He's reaching around. Go, Jake, go. Go, Jake, go. Starts to echo in the Coliseum again. I mentioned before, Jake's army has come out strong. And now, did you see Jake the Snake use that to snap the chin of Dick Slater? A tough thing for Slater to do, and Slater may be taking roll call on his teeth right now. Make sure they're still there. The referee administering a 10 count. Both men up. Jake, it's Jake doing the punching. And as he sends Slater to the mat, we got Jake now. He went for the DDT, but Slater lifted him high in the air. A backdrop. As Slater showing his ability to block the DDT, and fans now are screaming that Dark Journey handed something to Dick. And as Slater, oh, there goes the DDT! Jake the Snake has landed the DDT! The champion's down! 1, 2. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. The referee has not signaled. We got a winner, but we did not have a 3 count. We have a winner, but we did not have a 3 count. The referee is now signaling that Jake the Snake is not the champion, but he raised his hand. Well, the referee is now signaling that he saw the object that Slater had. He disqualified Dickie Slater. What a tough break for Jake the Snake. What a tough break for Jake. He had the DDT. He had the champion down for the 3 count, but before the 3rd count hit the mat, the referee disqualified the champion. And a title cannot change hands on a disqualification. Slater lost the match. He keeps the belt. Jake the Snake won the match and got a tough break. We'll be back. More Houston Wrestling action in just 1 moment.
Journey had accused me of using her as an advantage in a match. The North American title, one of the most prestigious titles in the world today, and Jake Roberts does what? What did he do, Journey? What did he do to try to beat Dick Slater?
He took his boot off.
That's right,
Totally
took his boot off and started beating me with his boot. Well, Jake Roberts, the good Samaritan, the good wrestler that you're supposed to be, actually, you're a low-down dog when it comes right down to it. We're thrown in a no disqualification match. Well, that's fine with me, Jake Roberts, because no disqualification is right up my alley. Now I want to see you DDT me.
You have the gold around your waist, newly crowned champion. How long can you hold on to it, Slater? How long? A lot of tough men have held that title. You're just one of them. So don't think you're nothing special. Oh, you got a fine-looking woman sitting there at ringside that likes to stick her hand in sometime. But I'll tell you this now, Journey. I'll drop you the same way I would a man. So before you stick your hand in there, think about losing the hand. Slater, no disqualification rules for the title. Ordered back because we didn't get it done the first time. I'm ready. Are you ready? Can anybody be ready for DDT?
Events that have occurred recently in the Mid-South. As many of you already know, on New Year's Day here in Tulsa, Hacksaw Butch Reed was wrestled Dick Slater. If Reed won, he would get Dark Journey for 30 days. Slater challenged Reed to put up the North American title. Reed agreed, and Grizzly Smith, the matchmaker, sanctioned it. We had a non-scheduled North American title bout. With Dark Journey's help, Slater won the title and is the new North American champion. The dilemma was, Slater was also in the championship final for the TV title. Mid-South doesn't feel one man can successfully defend 2 individual titles, but Slater insisted, saying that he's a better man. Let's listen.
I am standing here. I am a better man than Butch Reed. I've always been a better man than Butch Reed. And that is why I'm standing here with the North American Heavyweight Championship. Now, in the past, Mid-South had a ruling that if you held a North American Heavyweight Championship, you couldn't hold a television championship. Well, I made that ruling a little bit different. First of all, I demanded Grizzly Smith, I demanded my way all the way from the beginning of this television tournament to the end. I am the finalist. I will take and wrestle Jake the Snake Roberts for the television title match. I demanded the match.
So last week, he wrestled Jake the Snake for the Mid-South TV title.
Jake the Snake throws such a powerful knee lift. Oh, Dark Journey! Dark Journey had better watch yourself. Jake had better watch yourself.
Joe, I think Jake's made a very severe error, a tactical error in that situation. Dark Journey obviously interfered, but he's got to keep his mind on his business in that squared circle. Slater has seized this moment and has turned the tides once again on Jake Roberts.
So again, we see that outside influence becoming a factor. Of course, Dark Journey is pretty easy to notice. Jake reversed it deep. This crowd is going crazy. They're standing 1, 2, 3. We've got a new Mid-South television champion. A man with a DDT.
Jake the Snake is the Mid-South TV champion, and now he's hot on Dick Slater's track for the North American title. Another great crowd pleaser that is in the title hunt is Terry Taylor, a former North American champion. Here's his bout last week in our television main event against Humongous.
Setting up those ropes, it looked like he was going for that big forearm, but I think there you're looking at the culprit. The camera's going to cut, yeah! Listen to this crowd. Taylor comes off the rope with this big forearm. He hit him with the forearm. He covers him up. He's got it! Yeah! The firearm of Terry Taylor.
Another great, Hacksaw Butch Reed, met Mad Dog Buzz Sawyer on New Year's Eve at the Oklahoma City Marriott Center in a dog collar bout. Let's join the closing moments.
It's been a grueling battle and Reed's weary. Sawyer has attached the dog collar to the bottom rope, the bottom ring rope, and Reed is in a bad predicament. He's still attached to it. Sawyer is punishing him with that chain. Sawyer, a devious move, but extremely effective. He has Reed in a bad predicament. He sets him for a bulldog headlock, but the chain is still attached. The chain is still attached. What a vicious move by Buzz Sawyer. He goes for the lateral press. 1, 2, 3. Mad Dog Buzz Sawyer has defeated Butch Reed in the dog collar bout.
Sawyer again proves that in his dog collar bout, he's tough. But Reed is not a quitter, and last week he went after Sawyer. Let's watch.
Steve Dahl is just being manhandled. Listen to the crowd. Listen to the crowd.
Hacksaw Butch Reed is there on the scene. Wait a minute, there's Dick Murdoch.
Dick Murdoch, there.
Murdoch and Reed are scheduled to wrestle next, ladies and gentlemen. Murdoch's looking like he's trying to set Reed up for that brain buster.
Wait a minute, no!
He bounced it right off the concrete. Murdoch has gone insane once again right here on the outside of the ring, and Reed is there.
Dick Murdoch, with what must certainly be the most dangerous hold in wrestling, with possibly Jake the Snake's DDT a close second, Murdoch again injures Reed as he did DiBiase. And speaking of DiBiase against Murdoch, that issue is out of hand. Murdoch has the masked superstar to aid him. Let's watch last week as they tried to ambush Ted.
If he wants to give it up. Dick Murdoch came into the ring. Gilbert called for the bell. It's an automatic disqualification. Murdoch is hammered DiBiase.
Fist and fire, Murdoch and DiBiase toe-to-toe.
It's toe-to-toe, and the people are loving it.
But there's a masked superstar.
The masked superstar DiBiase is 2-on-1. We got to get some help down here before something drastic happens. Dick Murdoch is a deranged man. Come on, Ted. Hear the roar of the crowd. Dr. Death has come to the ring. Now we're going to see things even out.
Oklahoma versus Texas. Look at that suit in the red. He's taking...
Dr. Death saved Ted DiBiase, but will he always be there when needed? At the top of the heap is the North American title, and the champion, Dick Slater, has a beautiful but evil companion. That is a real problem for opponents because she, Dark Journey, being a woman, can't be retaliated on by a wrestler like a Gary Hume Cornette or Sir Oliver Humperdinck, the usual manager. Let's see again just how Slater, with Dark Journey's help, won the North American title on New Year's Day in front of 9,000 fans.
Look, yes, it was Slater. When Reed Slater fell, and he's got Dark Journey's boot. Looks like he's put something in it. Reed was already dazed, and Slater has really blasted him.
This is a new tactic. I have not seen Dick Slater do this.
I've never seen Dark Journey do something like that either. I think the desperation. And there you have it. Tommy Gilbert's counted the fall. He didn't see that exchange. Dark Journey's jubilant. You have a new North American champion, Joel.
Well, a controversial situation that is going to create a tremendous explosion. And speaking of that, let's talk with one of the people right in the middle of it all, Dick Murdoch.
Well, let's get one thing straight. First of all, you know, I got rid of Butch Reed. I dropped Butch Reed and he's gone. Second of all, I dropped Ted DiBiase on his head. He's sitting around for 6 weeks crying and moaning like a little baby, a little whipped dog. And then every time that Ted DiBiase's around, he's got his big bully, his bodyguard, and Steve Dr. Death Williams. Well, let me tell you something, DiBiase. Sometimes... Well, the people around the world, they can understand this. They can see them sitting here in the midst of a bunch of Oklahomans hollering OU, and everybody except in Oklahoma knows exactly what OU does, and that's very good. Now, DiBiase, you get rid of your bodyguard, and I will definitely drop you on your head again, because it's between me and you, Teddy. I don't have to hide behind nobody, even though I got one of the greatest men in professional wrestling, a man superstar. And now, the most devastating hope of professional wrestling, Jim Ross, the Brain Buster. You know it, I know it. I learned it from the master, Killer Carl Cox, but I perfected it better than he had it. And then you hear a lot of people in Jake the Snake Roberts wrestling, DDT, DDT. Well, it's a great hope, it's a good hope. But I'll make you one deal, Jake Roberts. I will take your DDT if you will let me put the Brain Buster on you, pick you up 6 foot above the mat, and drop you on your head. If he can get up, Jim Ross, I will take his DDT. But there's... Get a close-up of these beautiful women in Oklahoma. I got better looking pigs than that at home. Now, Ted DiBiase, get on out here and leave your bodyguard at home and let's meet face to face, men to men, Jim Ross. And the better man will walk out.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, those comments from Dick Murdoch, and we'll have more Mid-South wrestling right after this. Terry Taylor, one of the top contenders for the North American Heavyweight Championship. Terry, I know we're all excited about you being back in the Mid-South area. Obviously, the fans are. You've got a lot of things. Always been a very goal-oriented young man. Before we see a new video that Joel Watts has produced, I know you've got a few things to say to the greatest fans, the greatest wrestling fans in the world, the fans of the Mid-South.
They really are. The fans here are great, and the reason I'm back is because all these people, when I left, wrote me and told me that they wanted me back. And the reason I came back was because there was one reason I left was I lost that North American title, and that meant more to me than anything. So it comes down to it. The reason I'm back, and I'm serving notice right now, is I'm back for that North American title, and I don't care who has it. In 1986, that is my goal, is to win that belt. And sometimes in the world, you know, we just get a little too fancy, the technology and everything. I've done something where I've used that forearm, and I'm going back to the basics. I'm going back to what brought me the title in the first place, and I just feel like in 1986, I'm going to be these people's champion.
You have experimented with the superplex, you've experimented with the figure 4 leg lock, and now the five arm, as they call it around the country. We saw it against Humongous. It put his lights out, and it's put a lot of
Well, I just feel like that's going to be my move. I call it everybody has a forearm. This is a five-arm, and I feel like that's what's going to bring me the title in 1986. Thank you, Jim.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Joel Watts has produced a tremendous video on the Tough Get Going by Billy Ocean. Let's see it now. Another tremendous video by Joel Watts. It's great to have Terry Taylor back, and when we come back, you'll see the Mid-South Tag Team Championship on the line right after this.
I'm a little privileged and honored that Terry Taylor would actually sign a match against Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. You know, maybe I would have thought that for just a little bit, Terry Taylor. But see, a little things have happened and changed since you've been gone. Since you've been to Atlanta and won the national heavyweight title. Well, Hot Stuff's come on his own, baby. Former Mid-South Tag Team Champion. And, brother, I'm on my way back up. So, Terry Taylor, if you think you're coming back to Mid-South to make an example out of Hot Stuff, brother, you got another thing coming, because I know you're jealous. I know you're angry because so all your women. But, brother, come on, and maybe I'll just give you one down at the Weight Watchers, brother. Come on.
Hello to all my friends out there that watch Mid-South Wrestling. This is a #1 rated show, and the reason it is because they have the greatest wrestlers in from the bottom all the way to the top. Now, everybody knows I've been gone for a little while, but now I'm back, and I'm back to stay. I feel like I've come home. But when you come home and you look around, you see the likes of people like Eddie Gilbert, Humperdinck, and the Nightmare just taking care of business and running roughshod. It makes me sick, so I've come back to do something about it. Well, Eddie Gilbert, you call yourself Hot Stuff, and I guess you really believe that. When it comes right down to it, you can't talk and you can't buff anybody when it's time to get in the ring. It's going to be you and me one-on-one. I know you're going to have Humperdinck out there, but I'll make sure that he stays out of the way, because Humperdinck, if you get in my way, I'm going to get rid of you, because I know, Gilbert, you are good. You've got that hot shot, but I got something called the forearm, and it's taking a lot of people out of that a lot better than you.
Match for the Mid-South Tag Titles. Introducing first, weighing 290 pounds from parts unknown, the Nightmare. Weighing 225 pounds from every girl's dream, Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. And introducing the current Mid-South Tag Team Champions from Omaha, Nebraska, weighing 260 pounds, Ted DiBiase. And from Oklahoma University, weighing 268 pounds, Steve Dr. Ed Williams. This match, one fall or television time remaining.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Mid-South Wrestling. You heard the introductions. This match for the Mid-South Tag Team Championship. Ted DiBiase and Dr. S.D. Williams, the current champions, and they won them in on December the 26th in Biloxi, Mississippi, Joel. A lot of controversy surrounded that match when they defeated Sir Oliver Humperdinck's contingent And they have considered a match very readily, and we've got it right here on television.
Dr. Death and Eddie Gilbert circling one another. Collar and elbow tie-up. Eddie Gilbert to the headlock. It's going to be a tough move for Eddie to utilize on Doc.
Oh, man. Dr. Death Steve Williams, one of the strongest men in wrestling. Look at that.
Dr. Death's very proud of his physique. Of course, he's worked extremely hard to obtain it. I can remember when he weighed 320 pounds and he's pulled off 60, 70 pounds to become a lean, mean fight machine, if you want to use a full cliche. Eddie Gilbert into the front chancery. Face lock. Very painful hold. Dr. Death's got that thick bull neck, and this is going to be another tough move for Gilbert to use on Doc. Doc just fires him off. Doc's just so powerful.
Gilbert's going to have to utilize a little his quickness. He's going to have to go to his strength because Dr. Death's strength, obviously, Joel, is our power moves. Even though he's a tremendous technical wrestler, Gilbert wisely, I think, has made the tag 290-pound Nightmare, and the strategy changes once again.
Well, Doc isn't going to have a significant edge in the strength department against the Nightmare, as you can see, but I think he can outquick the Nightmare. You can hear the fans chanting, "OU, OU." You know what? Dr. Death is the kind of person, even though he hasn't always had the fan support, he's the kind of guy that really gets a big pump up from it. It gives him a lot of energy, the extra adrenaline and that driving force. Whoa, look at that. Much like Terry Taylor in that respect. Nightmare manages to get a rear backbreaker on Dr. Death.
DiBiase over Joel, the technician of the team. Look at the great strength of the Nightmare. Dr. Death, though, showing his agility.
Doc turns the tables.
Remember, the Nightmare nearly 300 pounds, and Dr. Death is manhandling. Look at this. He is a phenomenal athlete. I know that cliche is also used in wrestling a lot. But he is a phenomenal athlete. Sir Oliver Humperdinck's going to have to do a little regrouping of his squadron at this time. The tag is made. Dr. Death tagging in Ted DiBiase. And here comes Hot Stuff. Joe, one thing I want to bring up right here. Ted DiBiase not wearing that black glove that has been a regular part of his ring attire for quite some time.
I think that's admirable, because anybody who's watched Mid-South Wrestling knows what he used to do with that glove. And he just, whether without it, whether he just hurt Eddie Gilbert in a big way. Doc and DiBiase controlling the tempo of this match.
Well, I mentioned before that Bill Apter, senior editor of Pro Wrestling Illustrated, has told me, and he has put it in print, a great tag team is a Nightmare now taking back there over on DiBiase, but DiBiase turning the table.
DiBiase quick to that lateral press. He's always ready to catch a fall on you. Reminds me of Thomas Landrum of OU in that way. Fantastic pinning combinations, but of course DiBiase's great with every kind of wrestling hold. Whoa, the Gilbert just hammered Doc with a clothesline, and you can see that he's going straight after Doc. He's to keep that momentum up.
Dr. Death didn't see the tag, and Gilbert is really trying to take over now, taking several shortcuts.
But you got to realize, Jim, that Gilbert and the Nightmare were the Mid-South Tag Team title holders. And here in the Mid-South, with competition as it is, that's really saying something.
It certainly is.
When you make it to the top of the tag team heap here, you've certainly made an accomplishment for yourself. Nightmare ramming that head into the chest, the lung area of Dr. Death. The two of these guys, you got to give them credit. They are hurting this big bull. Now that, Jim, that would have finished off the normal match. Carl Fricke down for the count. Dr. Death kicks out of the lateral press. He is so tough.
I must compliment the Nightmare and Eddie Gilbert. Their teamwork is exceptionally good at this point in time as they have changed the momentum. But Dr. Death, Steve Williams, reaching down. Gilbert making the tag. The Nightmare will come in.
was in there quickly. Too quickly, in fact, for Doc to make the tag, but yes, he gets it. DiBiase's in now. It's going to be a different story. We got a fresh man on the ring.
All 4 men in there, and the champions are cleaning up.
Power slam.
Great power slam by Ted DiBiase.
And he goes for the figure 4, but Gilbert's still in the ring.
Outstanding matches and competitors it's got, and some of the biggest explosions in the world. But right now, it could be the biggest explosions ever happened. Right here, the Mad Dog, Superstar, and Dick Murdoch going against Dr. Death Steve Williams, Ted DiBiase, and Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Now, how did they get Jim Duggan? You can't trust Jim DiBiase. Duggan, he can't trust you. There's got to be a lot of money there. There's got to be a lot of money changing hands. But one thing they ain't got that we have got, man. And Superstar, that's trust. We got a lot of fire. We got a lot of heart. We got a lot of desire. And I got a lot of hatred for every one of them, especially you, Duggan. The rope's gonna pop off.
Took a lot of talking, but we got it done. Jim Duggan, Ted DiBiase, and Dr. Death are coming together. And it's a surprise. Yes, a surprise to me, surprise to everybody. But Jim Duggan is so fed up with Buzz Sawyer and what Buzz Sawyer did to his girlfriend. I'm fed up with Dick Murdoch trying to end my career. And that's not to say that everything is settled between Jim Duggan and myself. But for this one time, for this one match, we're going to pull together for one reason, a common cause, a common bond. When you got a dirty, nasty job to do, you got to get down, and you got to get down as heavy as you can. And Doc, you know as well as I do how bad Jim Duggan can be, because you and I have probably given and taken more lumps with that man than anybody else in Mid-South. So we know what he's capable of doing. Dick Murdoch, Buzz Sawyer, and the Masked Superstar, you know what he's capable of too. You know what we're capable of, and you got to be just a little bit worried about this threesome.
To ask a few questions and hear a few comments from the North American Heavyweight Champion, Mr. Unpredictable, Dick Slater. There's a lot of tough competition in the Mid-South right now. There's a lot of controversy surrounding the way you won this championship. By now, everyone has seen exactly this lady's involvement in the outcome of that match.
Hey, she didn't do anything at all. I'd like to say one thing. Isn't it nice to be here with the greatest one of all, Dick Slater, the man with all of the goods and all the gold right here, the North American Heavyweight Championship. And like I said, everywhere I go and every time I come, I have Journey with me. And when anybody says that she interferes in any of my matches, well, they can call themselves a liar, because she is just down here for one reason and one reason only, and that is to walk me to the ring and back and service me in any way that she sees fit.
All right, well, a lot of tough competition. You've got Terry Taylor in this area. His goal is to become the North American champion in '96. A lot of tough men that would love to own this championship belt.
You've had some great men wear the North American Heavyweight Championship, and I can't say anything more about that, but I'm going to say right now, the greatest one of all is standing here right now, because I will be the greatest North American champion of all times, because there's not a man that can put my back down in the mat for the 1, 2, 3 when I put this title up. And I'd like to say one other thing. Jake Roberts, I'm going right back after that television title match against Jake Roberts anytime that he has enough guts to put his name down in the dotted line. I'll take Jake Roberts on, and then I'll not only be the greatest North American title holder of all time, but also hold the greatest television title of all time.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you hear the tremendous roar of the crowd. Here is the man with the DDT.
This is my time, not your time. You can get out of here.
It might be your time, Dick Slater. But I'll tell you something. You said you wanted a TV title, my man. I kind of like the way that looks, you know what I mean? If you don't think the DDT is the best thing, you better try remembering something. How did I get the TV title, huh? I dropped you on your head, my man. That's how I got the TV title. So if you want to throw out something, why don't we both put them up?
Let me tell you something, Jake the Snake Roberts. If you want a title shot for the North American title with me, then let's do it my way and not your way. We'll just ixnay the DDT. We won't use the DDT. Let's not use the DDT on me. DDT. Take away the DDT.
You're telling me you'll put this on the line if I won't use the DDT? Hey, man.
Exactly, you're right.
You know, they may call you Mr. Unpredictable. They may call you Mr. Unpredictable, but they should never call you stupid because that's the best thing I got. You keep out of this. It's the best thing I got going, and you're going to take that away from me. That's the only way?
That's it. That's the only way I'll sign a match. Take the DDT away. I'll sign a match with you anytime.
I tell you what, Slater. You keep out of my face one more time. That's it. Let me tell you something, Slater. I won't use the DDT if you'll get that Jezebel out of here. Is that good enough for you, my man?
Who you gonna keep?
Nothing. Get her out of here. She's trash, Slater. She looks good, but she's still trash.
All right. It looks like Dark Journey has sprayed something in the face of Jake the Snake Roberts. It's pandemonium. Jake has it. Oh! My goodness! Jake the Snake has just DDT'd Dark Journey. I don't think he can even see. My goodness! The fans are... We're gonna try and get things under control here. We're gonna have to go to a commercial timeout. We'll be right back after this. I believe, Joel, what just transpired, and I was standing at ringside. Ink or something all in Jake Roberts' eyes, Joel. I got to think what he did was an accident, but I do know one thing conclusively. Dark Journey is out, and she's still out.
She sure is. Let's take a look in slow motion at what just happened. Now there, Jake the Snake, he grabs a hold of her. He's completely blinded. You can see the whatever it is. It's all over his face and chest, and he DDTs her.
She is still unconscious, ladies and gentlemen. Now let's go to ring announcer Mike Wilson, and we're going to have the debut of the Fabs here on Mid-South Wrestling.
From the state of Florida, at the combined weight of 470 pounds, the Fabs, Stan Lane and Steve Kern.
Ladies and gentlemen.
This match, what fall or television time remaining?
Ladies and gentlemen, this crowd's still hushed somewhat, but we're getting ready to look our first look here at Mid-South Wrestling. Joel, one of the top tag team combinations in professional wrestling. Stan Lane on the outside, Steve Kern on the inside, starting against Ricky Gibson. They're better known as the Fabulous Ones, the Fabs, if you will, and they are a tremendous tag team with a great reputation, great athletes, but very, very arrogant.
They most certainly are. They have a great deal of confidence. And speaking with them before today's television taping, practically all they could talk about is how they know they're going to win the Mid-South Tag Team titles within just shortly. Ricky Gibson being fired off the ropes there. The action's getting going quick.
Well, Ricky Gibson, the brother of Robert Gibson, the Rock and Roll Express, and I'll say this, I also did a little eavesdropping on that conversation, Joe. They have a total dislike for the Rock and Roll Express, and that is a deep-rooted situation.
Sure is. There was a lot of competition between those two, and it goes way back.
Tremendous clothesline by Stan Lane on Steve Dahl.
These sure locked it in there.
They certainly did. These men have about as expert teamwork as I've ever seen in tag team action. They remind me a lot of Dr. F.D. Williams and Ted DiBiase in as much as that they work so well together.
They are a good tag team. You cannot take that away from them. Tag into Gibson. Oh, Gibson hit him a hard shot. Gibson has taken it to Stan Lane. There's a kick. He caught him right in the chest. Oh, Lane went for the elbow. Gibson gets out of the way, makes it in for the tag. Both teams tag.
And look at Steve Keirn say, hold on, just slow down a little bit. Let's get things back together here as they're taunting the crowd. Well, they certainly have a high regard for themselves. Suntan, in excellent condition. They're great athletes. You can tell that by looking. Short shots to the kidneys with the forearm.
Dahl with a reversal there. Oh, man.
Lane with a cheap shot on Ricky Gibson with no reason at all for that one. And
Well,
Steve
certainly.
Dahl is in bad trouble.
Lane catches him a side backbreaker. Uh-oh! Man, oh man!
Devastating. He came off the top on that situation. The referee checking on Ricky Gibson. And the Fabs, very impressive victory, the fabulous ones. And we'll be back with Mad Dog Buzz Sawyer right after this.
First of all, in the red corner, from St. Petersburg, Florida, weighing 265 pounds, Mad Dog Buzz Sawyer. And from New York City, weighing 235 pounds, Broadway Joe Malcolm. This match, one fall or television time remaining.
We're back, ladies and gentlemen. Jim Ross and Joel Watts, thank you very much for staying with us here on Mid-South Wrestling as the Mad Dog slaps Broadway Joe Malcolm and is taking right over on the man from the Big Apple. And this is not the Big Apple, and wrestling is much differently, is executed much differently, much more physically in this area. Great drop kick, first time we've seen Sawyer execute that. He's a very gifted athlete, Joel, but I think he's got a screw loose. He's a little deranged, and we've seen it the last 2 or 3 weeks. He has been overly aggressive, in my estimation.
But Jim, it seems to me like he doesn't even care whether he wins or loses. He's been disqualified twice so far. Whoa, there's that big power slam. He doesn't care about losses anymore. He just wants to hurt somebody, is what we saw the other weeks. But this time it looks like Buzz Sawyer is just going to go on. Well, wait a minute.
It's the same thing he's been doing. The match is over. It's the same thing that's happened week after week, right?
Man. No! No!
Sawyer adding more insult, more injury, more pain to Broadway Joe Malcolm. There is absolutely no reason for this.
Once again, a disqualification. But now he's getting the chain. No! We got it. Sawyer gets the chain. Looks like he's headed out, Jim.
And we'll be back with Dick Murdoch and the Masked Superstar in tag team action after this with the exciting Mid-South Network.
Jamal, from Waxahachie, Texas, weighing 275 pounds, Captain Redneck, Dick Murdoch. And introducing in his ring, from parts unknown, the Masked Superstar.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's right here, Al Perez and Brett Wayne Sawyer scheduled to get it on with Murdoch and the Superstar, and they're doing just that in this crowd wrestling.
sure, Jim, and look who's holding the ring right now, Perez and Sawyer.
And Murdoch's holding his head.
They're going to need to get back in that ring. Perez and Sawyer unable to keep a continuous count.
Well, the veteran from Waxahachie, one of the most deadly competitors in wrestling.
He's vicious, Jim.
Right hand. Another one. And Murdoch. He thinks he's back at Gillies. Oh, this one is Murdoch. Nothing's working the way that the Rowdy Texan would like.
Perez flat hammered him. Let me tell you that. He has a powerful right cross.
Boy, he sure does. That right hand's loaded.
Forearm. Perez, right now, Perez needs to get on him and get that fall, that lateral press. Murdoch, the ring veteran that he is, rolled out of the ring. I think Perez missed out on his golden opportunity right there because, as you can see, Dick Murdoch was completely not goofy. I think Perez could have caught him.
Maybe not goofier. I think listening to his comments in that interview, oh, I tell you what, he has really gone off the deep end, Murdoch has. There's no doubt about that. Mentally and physically, he's obsessed with so many things going through his mind, challenges, but you can't take anything away from that man, the master of the Brain Buster, or his partner, the Masked Superstar. They are an awesome combination.
Neckbreaker.
The Superstar, we've seen this maneuver before, Joel. He's really got that move patented.
He sure does. There's a kick to the midsection. I tell you, Jim, I thought we were going to see the lateral press after that neckbreaker. They're underestimating. They're not underestimating Perez, that is.
Well, I'll tell you what, here's where you see, I think, Murdoch at his very, very best when he is clearly the aggressor, because he does have a mean streak. He does have that little edge that puts him above so many competitors. Al Perez maybe advantageous at this point in time to make the tag. Murdoch, look at that. The face only a mother can love, those two missing front teeth. That's Perez.
Both men on the outside, straining to make a tag. Perez gets it. It's Brett Sawyer in now. We're going to see the pace quicken.
Oh, he's explosive. As Barry Switzer once said about Joe Washington, he's quicker than a hiccup, and this young man certainly is.
Murdoch rakes the eyes of Sawyer.
That'll certainly slow the pace down. Murdoch, that's not a trick that Murdoch doesn't know and hasn't mastered. Double elbow. Brett Sawyer, about 220 pounds. He's got to utilize his quickness. He cannot match strength in the power move. As a Superstar, really taking it home now with Brett Sawyer. Remember, the younger brother of the Mad Dog.
You know, one of the things about this team is they're internationally successful. I mean, they have beaten tag teams all over the world. They are a tough team. Perez and Sawyer, they're giving them a run for the money. But it looks like right now they're in a predicament.
Murdoch with the right hand. Sawyer, sound strategy by the young man. Trying to utilize his quickness, but Murdoch, the veteran that he is, he snuffed that out.
He takes Sawyer to the ropes. Arm whips him off, and Sawyer, beautiful move. Sullivan caught him to the right. It's even up now, Jim. We've got two fresh men in the ring, and Perez has the advantage. He's using those rights.
What a right hand. He's got that right. Ooh. A dangerous right hand by Al Perez. And Murdoch trying to get his partner to make the tag with Murdoch. Stopping the momentum.
That's one thing about Murdoch. He's always in control of the situation. There's not a single moment in that ring when he doesn't have his next move planned out, I can guarantee you. Oh, Perez with a beautifully executed flying head scissor. He really had Murdoch going, but he went to the well. He went to the well, and if there was ever a man that you don't want to do that against, it's Dick Murdoch.
The superstar hugging right on the top rope. Perez now in dire straits, ladies and gentlemen, as Murdoch is using that right hand, and he's using it so tag is made. Al Perez is in great condition, but is he in good enough condition to withstand the punishment that he's receiving from the superstar in Murdoch?
Well, they're going to take it to him, Jim. Perez and Sawyer, they're going to give him everything they've got, because Perez and Sawyer, I think, have surprised him just a little bit as to how good a tag team they are. But Superstar and Murdoch, they're double tough. This is a great match, Jim.
It certainly is, and nowhere else but Mid-South Wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, the Superstar went to the corner. He found no one home.
The tide is turned once again as Sawyer gets into the ring. Sawyer takes out Murdoch. Murdoch has a chair. Murdoch has a chair, and Sawyer hit him to Luthez press off the second rope, and boom! Murdoch cracked him with a chair. The victory for the Sawyer-Perez duo.
Perez coming back into the ring. A disqualification. Well, they disqualified Murdoch and the Superstar. I said Murdoch has gone off the deep end, Joel.
Introduction of the Sheepherders, one of the hottest, most controversial tag teams in professional wrestling, as they are making their Houston wrestling debut tonight. Luke Williams, Butch Miller, the Sheepherders, and already the crowd in the Coliseum chanting USA, USA, USA. They're explosive, they're controversial, they make things happen, and they'll be going up against the Bruise Brothers, Pork Chops Cash and Mad Dog Boyd. Listen to the chant. Thousands and thousands. A sellout crowd here in the Coliseum. Thousands turned away. A sellout crowd here in the Coliseum. And now they listen to the music of the Bruise Brothers as they prepare for the Sheepherders. Our monitor has been knocked out here at ringside, but this crowd is starting to chant, starting to clap, and starting to dance. They know the Bruise Brothers, and they like them. They support them, and this should be an interesting showdown between two of the most colorful tag teams you're ever going to see. The Bruise Brothers making their way around the ring, and the Sheepherders wait impatiently inside the ropes. Pork Chops Cash, Mad Dog Boyd as they dance right behind us. And this huge sellout crowd standing on their feet. This is one of many showdowns that they've come to see on Fan Appreciation Night in Houston Wrestling. Well, as the Bruise made their way in the ring, the Sheepherders were waiting. They were waiting and they attacked. The bell has yet to sound. And Luke Williams and Butch Miller are working over the Bruise Brothers. Mad Dog Boyd is already cut open, and the Sheepherders continue their attack. The bell has not sounded. The referee, Carl Fergie, has yet to be able to get them under control. Now we have Tommy Gilbert in the ring as two referees now. And the chant USA echoes throughout the building. USA, USA. But right now, USA's in trouble. A surprise attack by the Sheepherders. They're unpredictable, they're savage, they're wild, they're explosive, and they have exploded onto the Bruise Brothers like we've never seen anybody explode on the Bruise Brothers yet. Boyd is cut open badly. Pork Chops Cash is cut open. The bell has yet to be sounded. It's going to be a surety. Action sure has busted loose as they now...
You're going to be suspended from Mid-South, I'm telling you.
Hear the warning by referee Carl Fergie. They face suspension if they don't call it quits now. And I believe that the match has been history. The bell never officially sounded. And Luke Williams and Butch Miller, the Sheepherders, proudly display that New Zealand flag about it. They do not like Americans. And Pork Chops Cash, Mad Dog Boyd down on the mat as this match is ended with a disqualification to Sheep Herders, making a controversial explosive debut here in Houston Wrestling. That's Luke Williams, and they have sent warning to all American wrestlers with their action tonight that they are here for all-out war. We'll be back here with more Houston Wrestling action in just one moment.
Maybe you don't know too much about the Blues Brothers, but let me tell you, this is a Chicago straight fight match. You know, dog, I get so mad I can't even talk. But let me tell you one thing, Sheep Herders. The only difference, the referee go outside. And 4 minutes in the ring, and brother, you're going to be facing the Blues Brothers. That's right. And let me tell you, we got it right here. You see that right there? What is it? The Blues Brothers. Daddy, we got something in there for you. We got something in here. About a dog? Baby, we got something in here the doctor can't take care of, baby. And so you come on, Sheep Herder, bring it on, baby, because the Blues Brothers going to be ready for you. And let's back, Jack. Because I say, last time, I told you, don't mess with the Blues Brothers. Don't do it. Go.
Countdown, left in the rest period. Remember, no limit on the number of falls. And the man down has to the count of 10 to get up on his feet to continue the match. There's the bell. You saw the bloody Chavo Guerrero. Paul Fergie's up to 4, but Steve Keirn wastes little time in getting back up. Hector wastes even less time in picking up where he left off in that last fall. Hector now with that punch. And as Keirn looking for a place to throw him into the rope, Hector was ready with that shoulder block. But he wasn't ready for that kick, that karate type kick by Stan Lane. Remember, there's no disqualifications. And as Keirn and Stan Lane start to work over Hector, Chavo now steps in the ring, and we're back to 2 men and 1 Chavo. And if you've just joined us, I can't remind you enough, this is a no disqualification match. If you're sitting there wondering why the referee has not called for the bell yet. And we've got Hector down on the concrete floor. We've got the Fabulous Ones. Keep in mind what's riding on this match. A lot of pride, a lot of reputation. These teams have battled the last few weeks here in Houston Wrestling, and it's come to this, the feud settler, the Mexican death match. Carl Fergie, since the wrestlers were outside the ring trying to regain some kind of control of this match, look at the way the Fabs bring Hector in the ring. Hector's cut open. Chavo's cut open. The Fabs are on top. We've got another fall.
And ball number 5 goes to the Fabulous One. 30 seconds.
So fall number 5 goes to the Fabulous Ones.
15 seconds.
15 seconds remain in this rest period. A rest period, supposed to be a rest period. Steve Keirn just cut that rest period in half with that vicious kick. There's the bell. We have the start of the 6th fall. 3 have gone to the Fabulous Ones. 2 have gone to the Guerreros. And Hector now trying to get to his feet before Carl Fergie reaches 10. He's up to 7. Hector stumbled. We're at 8 or 9, whatever it was. He worked the count of 10. Keirn now trying to deliver that final blow that's going to keep the Guerreros down and down for the 10 count. Tag is made. And this is where the Fabulous Ones are starting to work out an edge in this match. They've been able to use more teamwork and been able to keep Hector and Chavo from tagging out to the fresher member of their team. Right now, Hector's got to get to that corner, or the Fabulous Ones are going to continue to punish him and punish him and punish him, because that's what you've got to do in a Mexican death match. because there's no limit on falls. You have got to punish one man into a state of submission that he's not able to bounce back. 2 but no 3. As Hector literally blasted out of there. And as he's swinging, trying to get his bearings in the ring. Well, I think you just heard Stan Lane's impression of the...
Yeah, look at him now!
Frito Bandito, as the Fabulous Ones using that opportunity to rub the Guerrero's face in it a little bit. They haven't been known for their politeness in the past. There's no reason to expect to see any tonight. A vicious pile driver. Hector is out. We've got Steve Keirn on top. We've got 2, we've got 3. So the 7th fall goes to the Fabulous Ones, and this match continues. No disqualification, no limit on falls. Chavo complaining that they're not getting their fully entitled 30 seconds. 15 seconds left in the rest period. 5 seconds. The bell sounds and fall number 8 has started between the Fabulous Ones, Steve Keirn and Stan Lane, and the Guerrero brothers, Chavo and Hector Guerrero. There's no limit on falls. It could go 3 falls or 33 falls. The match continues till there's an absolute winner. Lane looking for his opportunity. He saw it and he took full advantage of it. But he missed with that guillotine drop. He missed it again as Hector trying to find some relief, some moment, some chance to go into the corner and tag Chavo, and that's what he did. And Chavo coming to the aid of his brother. Both Fabulous Ones are in the ring, and Chavo is taking care of both of them. And this is what the Guerreros needed. They needed to get Chavo in the ring and get Hector some kind of relief. We've got all 4 men, and there's nothing to stop all 4 men because the referee's got to stay outside the ring. Guerrero drive their heads together. And you can hear the thud all the way out here at ringside when those 2 blonde-headed individuals go ram head on. You see Chavo working over Keirn, and over in the corner right above us, we've got Hector working over Lane, and we've got the 10,000 fans strong cheering the Guerreros on. A Mexican death match. So much is riding on this match. So much has already happened. As the camera's following the action between Hector and Lane, now that's a good shot showing you that it's happening between all 4 men. Carl Fergie, even if he was in the ring, I don't know if he'd be able to keep this tight match under control when he doesn't have the power of disqualification. So Hector still working over Lane, unaware of the fact that Keirn came over that chair, and did you hear the smash of that metal chair across Hector again? And he is punishing and driving that metal chair to Hector. Stan Lane is holding him. Steve Keirn is using that chair, and Hector is on a bad way. Now he aims that chair above the throat and drives into Hector. No disqualifications, and the Fabulous Ones are taking full advantage of it. Carl Fergie trying to get that chair out of there, but with no disqualifications, he's having very little effect. We've got Keirn down, and as Chavo decides to fight fire and fire, he starts to chase him with a chair. So Chavo now chased him up the aisle. The Fabulous Ones have left the ringside. Carl Fergie now starts to administer the count. Oh, the Fabulous Ones better make their way back to ringside. It doesn't look back. They're coming back. We got the bell. We got the bell. And as Hector lays hurt on that mat, the result of that chair being used by the Fabulous Ones.
The Fabulous Ones will return.
So
30
there's
seconds.
still a 30-second rest period. That wasn't the end of the match. That was strictly the end of fall number 8 or 9. It's hard to keep track when you start getting that many falls. As the fans here are looking towards the area that the Fabulous Ones exited to see if he's going to come back. 15 seconds left in the rest period. No sign of the Fabulous Ones.
5 seconds.
The bell sounds. Carl Fergie now starts to administer the count. 2, and this needs 10,000 fans chant them. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The Guerreros win the Mexican death match. But Hector Guerrero is still down on the mat. And Chavo now has just signaled that he wants me to come in the ring. They have won the Mexican death match, but unfortunately, Hector Guerrero is still feeling the effects of that attack by the chair.
Let me tell you something. As far as I'm concerned, we didn't win the match. They left. They're coward and they're yellow, just like the Harriets. Well, I'll tell you what, Kern, you did the damage. You did the damage on Hector. I want to have a match against him, and the loser gets to paint the other one yellow. And I'm going to paint him yellow from his hair to his toes, and then I'm going to stick that brush where the sun don't shine.
So Hector Guerrero feeling the effects of that attack by the chair. You heard the challenge by Chavo Guerrero. He doesn't feel like the war is over, as he has now issued the challenge to Steve Kern to battle him one-on-one with a loser to be painted yellow. We'll be back for more Houston Wrestling action in just one moment. You just witnessed what they did in the ring. They had to carry Hector Guerrero back to the dressing room. You witnessed what happened when you used the chair on Hector Guerrero.
Of course I witnessed what happened. I was the one who used that chair. But you know, I'd have never used that chair if a fan hadn't thrown it to me and told me to use it. These people are begging to see them Guerreros dead, and that's what we're here to do. Now, let me tell you something. Now, Chavo Guerrero is all worked up. He is so upset. All he wants to do is get a single match, a tag match, anything he get. So he come back and he sends somebody over there and he's challenged me in a lights-out match. Well, what's nation when you paint somebody yellow? What's going on here? I'm not going to get in a match and go out there, and if I lose, get painted yellow, because I'm not going to lose. First of all, Chavo Guerrero, you got a lot to learn, boy. First thing you don't do is you don't mess with us. The second thing you don't do is you don't challenge me into a lights-out match, because I got something in my corner, this guy right here. And if you don't think we're going to win, you're nuts. As for the rest of you Mexicans, come watch your man go down.
You heard it. Steve Kern has accepted the challenge. Lights out match. That means it will not be sanctioned. They get wild. They're dangerous. And he said the winner can paint the loser yellow.
No, he didn't say that. I say that. He's got blonde hair, baby. But you got a yellow streak from here all the way to your toes. And if that's what you want, we're going to bring a paint. We're going to bring some yellow paint. And the loser gets to paint the other guy yellow. And I'm going to paint you yellow, is what you are. We didn't win the match. You left. You yellowed out. You ran. You're a coward. Eres un cobarde. Los guerreros se han bajado muchas veces. Pero esta vez estoy retando una lucha y el que pierda lo van a tener que pintar de amarillo para el color que designa lo que es un cobarde. And let me tell you something, brother. When the revolution was won in the United States and Mexico, there was a lot of battles that were lost. But we finally won the war. And I ain't going to win the war against you, Jack, if my name isn't Guerrero.
Chavo Guerrero battles Steve Kern. Extra added attraction, lights out.
For the performing arts. 3 teenage idols from the days of rock and roll. Fabian, Bobby Rydell, Frankie Avalon. It's Dick Fox's Golden Boys of Bandstand, on stage at Wolf Trap.
On Stage at Wolf Trap is made possible by a grant from Martin Marietta Corporation. In aerospace, electronics, information management, and materials, Martin Marietta, masterminding tomorrow's technologies. Additional funding is provided by this and other public television stations nationwide, and by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting.
Hello, I'm Beverly Sills. Welcome to Wolf Trap for what's going to be a glorious evening of music. Now, being Beverly Sills, it seems as if I'm always introducing audiences to handsome Italian men. Singers with names like Robert Ridorelli, Frank Avalone, Fabiano Forte, who usually come from the world of opera. Not tonight. Tonight it's Bobby Rydell, Frankie Avalon, and teenage idols of the 50s and 60s who got their start in South Philadelphia. And the music? Oh, it's classic stuff. The songs we remember best from the era of rock and roll. Well, our performers tonight may not be teenagers anymore, but they still look pretty terrific to their enthusiastic fans who can't wait for the rock and nostalgia to begin. So here they are, brought together by Dick Fox. It's the Golden Boys of Bandstand, on stage at Wolf Trap.
We're going hopping today, we make some poppin'. Philadelphia wind, we're going dropping, and all the music they play on the bandstand. We're going swinging in the crowd, and we'll be clinging. We'll high in the cloud, the boots are ringing. My mama down is so proud, we're on bandstand. And I'm jumping, hey, I may even show my handstand. Because we're on the American bandstand. When I dance real slow, I'll show all the guys in the grandstand. What swingers we are on American Bandstand. And I'm jumping, hey, I may even show my handstand. Because we're on the American Bandstand. When I dance real slow, I'll show all the guys in the grandstand. What swingers we are on American Bandstand. We're going hopping today, we're things are popping. Philadelphia way, we're going dropping on all the music they play on the bandstand. We're going swinging in the crowd, we're going swinging. Whoa, high in the cloud, the phones are ringing. My mom and dad is so proud, can't stand. We're on bandstand, we're on bandstand.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, ladies. Nice to be here.
Hold it, guys. There are 3 of us up here. Someone's got to go first.
Makes sense.
I've got an idea. So does she. I've always gone first name. I think I should go first.
That stinks.
I don't like that.
That stinks. What do you mean?
I've got my own idea. I'll tell you what I think.
Well, let's listen to Frank. He's the oldest.
You've got a point there.
Maybe a day. I'll tell you what. We should go protocol, show business. Alphabetical order. My name starts with an A. I think I ought to go first. So, ladies and gentlemen,
First name should go first.
But, well, first of all, what are we arguing about? What are we arguing about, right? Huh? We're here to have a good time. To reminisce. Correct? And basically what? Sing.
Every sha-la-la-la, every whoa still shines. Every shing-a-ling-a-ling that we're starting to look so fine. All my best memories come back clearly to me. They can even make you cry, just like before. It's yesterday once more.
Well, it's not opera, but for a couple of teenage idols, they're not bad. Remember what you were doing in 1960? Bobby Rydell was a young drummer who happened to be recording his first million-record seller. See if this sounds familiar.
Oh, wild one, I'm gonna tame you down. Thank you, wild one, I'm gonna get you yet, you bet. You little doll, all you do is play. You got a new baby every day, but someday it's gonna be me and only me. Wild one, I'll make you settle down. A wild one, I'm gonna clip your wings and things. You got the lips that I'm mad about. I got the lips that'll knock you out. Wild one, be wild about me. Oh yeah. Said whoa, whoa. Yeah, yeah. Little doll, all you do is play. You got a new baby every day, but someday it's gonna be me, me, and only me. Wild one, I'll make you settle down. Ah, wild one, I'm gonna clip your wings, things. You got the lips that I'm mad about. I got the lips that'll knock you out. Wild one, be wild about me. Oh yeah. Play the song. Come on, wild one, be wild about me. One more once. Come on, wild one, be wild about me. Be wild about me. Thank you. Superb. Thank you very much. Thank you kindly. You might remember from that particular era. Little cha-cha here. When your lips or rhythm starts to play, dance with me, make me sway. Like the lazy ocean hugs the shore, hold me close, sway me more. And like a flower bending in the breeze, bend with me, sway with ease. When you dance, you have a way with me, stay with me, sway with me. Other dancers may be on the floor, dear, but my eyes will see only you. Only you have that magic technique. When we dance, I go away. I can hear the sound of violins. Lord, they begin. Make me thrill as only you know how. Sway me smooth, sway me now. Make me thrill as only you know how. Ah, sway me now. Oh, the dancers may be on the floor. I got eyes lit up, see only you, and only you have that magic technique. When we dance, I go away. I can hear the sound of violins long before they begin.
Thank you very, very much. Thank you ever so much, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening and welcome to Wolf Trap. Nice seeing you tonight. Thank you very much for stopping on by, spending a few of your precious moments along here with Frank, Faber, and myself this evening. This happens to be my portion of the show, and this particular vamp that you hear in the background belongs to a song that actually was my last million seller. And this particular song goes all the way back to the year 1960. Was a heck of a long time ago when I did this song. I think I had a pompadour. That's how long ago I recorded that song. Don't know what happened to that thing either, you know? Taking showers and it keeps falling out. You pick it up, you try and put it back in again. Nothing happens. Crazy glue, nothing works. I don't know. Nails, I don't know. Nothing works. For those of you into the Trivial Pursuit game, I happen to be in 3 questions in the Baby Boomer edition. One question was, we were playing this, my wife and a couple of friends from down Wildwood. We were down Wildwood, New Jersey, we were playing. And, yeah. And the first question, you know, that I picked out of the box, right, was, who was the early rocker who starred in the film version of Bye Bye Birdie? Bobby Rydell. Thank you. Bobby Rydell's last million seller in 1963 was what? Song I'm going to do for you in a little bit. And Frankie Avalon, James Darren, and Bobby Rydell come from what famous city in Pennsylvania? Philadelphia. Does anyone happen to have my hubcaps by any chance? Anyway, for those of you, this was about as close to a ballad as I ever 45 single record. For those of you who may not remember the song, it's entitled Forget Him. It sounded like this here. Goom. Goom, goom, yeah. Goom, goom, yeah. Goom, goom, yeah. That wasn't on the record, but it makes you feel good when you do that, you know? Especially if you have a little gas. You know, it's a pain right over here, you know. It hurts, you get that out, you know. It's better out than in. You get a lot of pains that way. It's terrible. Forget him if he doesn't love you. Forget him if he doesn't care. Thank you. Don't let him tell you he wants you. He can't give you love which isn't there. Whoa, no. Little girl, he's never dreaming of you. He'll break your heart, just wait and see. Don't cry now, better tell him goodbye now. Forget him and please come on to don't cry now, better tell him goodbye now. Forget him and please come home to me. Thank you. You are superb. Thank you very much. A lot of my records had a lot of whoa-whoas and yeah-yeahs. Had a lot of whoa-whoas, you know, and other people had, you know, oohs and ahs and la-di-das, and, you know, I was relegated to the whoa-whoas and the yeah-yeahs. You know. And they were supplied by 3 black grandmothers who were gospel singers back home in Philadelphia, and the owner of the record company found them. And the first song that we recorded, not the first record came in '59. This came about '60, but this was the first time these girls, and they had really had a good sound. They were about 65 years old when we recorded. I don't know where they are today. I haven't seen them for maybe somewhere in the whoa, whoa, yeah, yeah, heaven up in the sky. But anyway, this was a good song. It had to deal with numbers, and it had a yeah, yeah, yeah sound, and it dealt with numbers from 1 to 10. Song is entitled We Got Love, and it sounded like this here.
Cause you've got one lucky fella, and 2 love you true, and I've got 3 little words I'm saving for only you. 5 o'clock I call you, and by 6 we got a date. 7 I'll be heaven bound in your arms by 8. Everybody now, by the number. Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Ain't it wonderful? We got love. Of course, I've got 1 million kisses, 2 thrill you through, and I've got 3,000 hugs I'm saving for only you. 5 will get you tender, that in 6 more years we rate. 7 little children dear, or maybe we'll have 8 all together now. By the number. Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Ain't it wonderful? We got love. We married. 5 will get you 10 a year. 6 more years we raised. 7 little children dear. Maybe we'll have. Let me hear it, baby. I don't you know it, child? Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Ain't it wonderful? We got love. One more time. Don't you know it, baby? Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Ain't it wonderful? We got love. Whoa, yeah. Thank you. Good song, Jack. Thank you very much.
I heard when I said Wildwood. A lot of people go down to Wildwood, New Jersey from here. Wildwood, New Jersey is really a super area, and I've been going down there ever since I was really about 2 weeks old. And I recorded a song that became the national anthem of that particular city. Song simply entitled Wildwood Days. Went this way.
Spring will soon be gone. Summer's coming on. And I'm dreaming of lots of summer love. And all I think about after school is out, head down the shore to have a ball once more. Whoa, 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 those wildwood days. Wildwood days, my baby. Every day's a holiday. Every night is a Saturday night. Oh, those wildwood days. Wildwood days. And then those party lights. Wildwood nights. Hey, baby, you'll be mine. 'Cause it's kissing time. Gonna twist again. Like remember when. Sleeping on the beach 7 days a week, rocking every night.
Thank you.
Out of all of the songs that I had the good fortune to record, I think this one has been more or less associated with me over the years. Originally written and recorded by Domenico Modugno, and it won what they call the San Remo Song Festival in Italy back in the mid to late 50s. See if you remember my rendition. Went like this here. Ready?
Cantare, let's fly to the clouds, away from the maddening crowds. We could sing of the glow of a star that I know of, where lovers enjoy peace of mind. Let us leave the confusion, all disillusion behind. Just like birds of a feather, a rainbow together we'll find. Volare, whoa, cantare, whoa. No wonder my happy heart sings. Your love has given it wings. Play that song.
I hurt myself. Can't do that anymore.
Whoa, let's fly way up to the clouds, away from maddening crowds. We could sing in the glow of a star that I know of, where lovers enjoy peace of mind. Let us leave the confusion, disillusion behind. All them birds of a feather, rainbow together we'll find. Cantare, oh, no wonder my happy heart sings. Your love has given it wings. People, your love has given it wings. Ladies and gentlemen, Bobby Rydell.
Fabian Forte was his name. Fabian was a 14-year-old from South Philadelphia when he became America's latest teen idol. And that was way back in 1957. Ever since then, young and not so young girls have been mobbing him at every step. And as you'll see for yourselves in a moment, some things just never change.
Turn me loose, I say. Oh yeah, today is gonna be the day. I want you all to understand. Now I am a man, so turn me loose. Give me a big hand, gang. Turn me loose, I say. Gonna rock and roll, long as the band's gonna play. I holler, shout, knock myself right out, so turn me loose. Thank you. That's enough. Change in my pocket and raring to go. Taking some checker to the picture show, and when I see her home and we kiss goodnight, turn me loose, they're doing okay. Turn me loose, I say. Gonna rock and roll, long as the band's gonna play. I holler, shout, knock myself right out, so turn me loose. One more time. I got some change in my pocket, and raring to go. Taking some checker to the picture show, and when I see you home and we kiss goodnight, day. I want you all to understand. Now I am a man, so turn me loose. Let's hear it for it, Jack. Feel like Richard Dawson. I love it. I love it. Okay, I'm here. I'm here. Oh, here you go. Come on. Oh, three more. Okay, okay. Alone at last. Alone at last. I'm glad you waited. We'll get new ones up. Thank you. Thank you very much. We'll get new people over the second. All right. In 1959, I did a song that was a hit for me. Of course, lyrics have changed quite a bit. That everybody was twisting to. We got any twisters in that line over there? All right. Bring them up. Let's all make Chubby Checker proud. Anytime, Larry. Hey, lump of sugar, you look kind of sweet. You the little baby walking down the street. When I look into your eyes, I want to leave. Can't conceal, make me feel like a tiger. Tiger. See you smile, drives me wild, I wanna cry. Wow. I'm feeling stronger than a grizzly bear. Soaring like an eagle flying, oh my God. When I get you in my arms, you better beware. Oh, insane, can't be tamed like a tiger. Like a tiger. See you smile, drives me wild, I wanna growl. Wow. Keep my arms jumping like a kangaroo. Floating like I'm in your little bowl of soup. Baby, every time you come in view, run like an arrow up to give to you. I'm your tiger and you're my mate. Hurry up, buttercup, don't be late. On the prowl like a tiger. Like a tiger. See you smile, drives me wild, I wanna cry. One more. Keep my arms jumping like a kangaroo. Floating like a little bowl of stew. Baby, every time you come with you, run like an arrow up to give to you. I'm your don't hurt yourself. Right now, on the prowl like a tiger. I didn't leave you. All like a tiger. See you smile, drives me wild, I wanna growl. Take it out. See you smile, drives me wild, I wanna growl. Give me. See, this is why I do this. I do this for this. I do it for this, you know that. Let's not forget the band. Let's spread it out over here. strumming to the music that they're driving me. People pass by would stop and say, oh my, but that little country boy can play. I say, go. Everybody. Go, Johnny, go, Johnny. Johnny, come on. Carry his guitar in a gun and sack, sleep beneath the tree by the railroad track. Engine ass sitting swinging in the breeze, strumming to the music that they're driving me. People pass by would stop and say, oh my, but that little country boy can play. I said, go. Wow. Go, Johnny, go, come on. I love you. Goodbye. Ladies and gentlemen, if you like that old time rock and roll, our music soothes my soul. Reminisce about days of old. Yeah, that old time rock and roll. I like that old time.
When I was recording, I never held my nose, but Frankie Avalon did, and had his first big hit. In a minute, we're going to hear that number as well as some of what we in the opera world refer to as enduring favorites. In other words, the golden oldies.
All right, I'll do 'em. I remember the good old days of rock and roll, when Elvis touched your very soul, and Chubby Checker did the twist. Those were the days I'll always miss. Ah, yes, the good old days of rock and roll, when Bill Haley was on top in every poll. So with a teardrop in my eye, I'm gonna sing them once again. Just listen to the lyric, there's a message, my friend. Yes, I'm gonna sing the songs we once sang then. Okay. Well, let's see if you remember. Take out the papers and the trash, or you don't get no spending cash. After you finish doing that, bring the dog, put out the cat. Yakety yak, don't talk back. Yakety yak, yakety yak. Yakety yak, yakety yak. Yakety yak, yakety yak. Bringing the dog, put out the cat. See, remember this? I found my thrill on Blueberry Hill, where I found you on Blueberry Hill. Yeah, yeah, the moon stood still on that Blueberry Hill, where I found you on Blueberry Hill. Here's one. Fee, fi, fi, fo, fo, bum. I smell smoke in the auditorium. Oh, Charlie Brown, well, he's a clown. That Charlie Brown, yeah, he's a clown. Well, he's gonna get caught ah, ah, ting, tang, walla, walla, bing, bang. Ooh, ee, ooh, ah, ah, ting, tang, walla, walla, bing, bang again. Ooh, ee, ooh, ah, ah, ting, tang, walla, walla, bing, bang. Ooh, ee, ooh, ah, ah, ting, tang, walla, walla, bing, bang. I would like to sing you a song that I recorded a few years back, many years back. And I got to be honest with you, when I recorded this song, I had a different kind of a feeling for this lyric at the time, because that's where I was at that point in my life. Now, as the years have gone on, and mentioning the fact that I do have a bunch of children, and especially 4 daughters, this lyric has really taken on a different kind of a meaning to me. And I'm sure lots of you gentlemen in this audience this evening who have little girls that are growing or have grown, you listen to the lyric and you'll understand what I'm talking about. When a girl changes from bobby socks to stockings, and she starts trading her baby toys for boys. Now when that once shy little sleepyhead learns about love and its lilt, you can bet that the change is more than from cotton to silk. And if a miss wants to be kissed instead of cuddled, and to this you are in doubt as what to say. Oh, when a girl changes from bobby socks to stockings, then she's old enough to give her heart away. Yes, when a girl changes from bobby socks to stockings, then she's old enough to give her heart away. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'd like to take on a little musical journey, and it started out in 1957. At that point, I was looking for a hit record. And to be very honest with you, I found something that was very important to that record, a gimmick. I held my nose like so. And I recorded my very first hit record in 1957. For there is no girl that is finer than my rock and rollin' Dinah. Dee-dee Dinah, my Dee-dee Dinah. I love to squeeze her, Dee-dee Dinah. I love to tease her, oh Dee-dee Dinah. Oh, there's no gal I know can beat her when it comes to being sweeter than my Dinah, my Dee-dee Dinah. Whoa, Bonnie Maroon and Pegasus, they ain't gals that are so very true. But with my Dinah, I sure knew there's nothing for me she wouldn't do. Oh, that's my Dinah, Dee-dee Dinah, my own Dinah, Dee-dee Dinah. Oh, there's no gal I know can beat her when it comes to being sweeter than my Dinah, my Dee-dee Dinah. Oh, Dee-dee Dinah, my Dee-dee Dinah. Oh, Dee-dee Dinah, my Dee-dee Dinah. Here we go! You remember this? I'll never let you go. Why? Because I love you. I'll always love you so. Why? Because you love me.
broken hearts for us, 'cause we love each other. And with our faith and trust, there could be no other. Why? 'Cause I love you. Why? 'Cause you love me. I think you're awfully sweet. Why? Because I love you. And you say I'm your special treat. Why? Because you love me. We found the perfect love. Yes, a love that's yours and mine. Oh, I love you and you love me. I love you and you'll love me. We'll love each other, dear, forever and ever.
Thank you very much. Well, there's one song that I will never forget, and I hold this song very close to my heart. It became #1 and stayed there for a solid 11 weeks and gave me an opportunity to visit the world, and I hope that you remember it. A very pretty song.
Hey, Venus, oh, Venus, Venus, if you will, please send a little girl for me to thrill. A girl who wants my kisses and my arms, a girl with all the charms of you. Venus, make her fair, a lovely girl with sunlight in her hair, and take the brightest stars up in the skies, place them in her eyes for me. Yes, Venus, goddess of love that you are, surely the things I ask can't be too great a task. Venus, if you do, I promise that I always will be true. I'll give her all the love I have to give, as long as we both shall live. Oh, Venus, goddess of love, surely the things I ask can't be too great a task. Venus, if you do, I promise that I always will be true. I'll give her all the love I have to give, as long as we both shall live. Venus, 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 make my wish come true. This is part of the show called The Tribute. Some of our friends who unfortunately are not with us any longer. Babe, your tribute and your story.
Here's a guy I had the pleasure of being with many, many times. Put your hands together, gang. Come on. All right. Dude, king of rock and roll. Give it up. Hard-headed woman, soft-hearted man. Been the cause of trouble ever since the world began. Oh, yeah. Ever since the world began. Hard-headed woman been the thorn in the side of man. I'm told evil with some head of me. Don't you let me catch you messing around like I'm a tree. Oh, yeah. Ever since the world began. Hard-headed woman been the thorn in the side of man. Hard-headed woman been the thorn in the side of man. All right. Another Presley song I like. Come on. Won't you wear my ring up around your neck and tell the world I'm yours by heck and let them see your love for me and let them see by the ring around your neck. Won't you wear my ring up around your neck